You think being nice will make people like you. You think saying yes, smiling all the time, and avoiding conflict will make them respect you. But it doesn't, it does the opposite. The more you try to be liked, the less they respect you. Because here's the truth. People don't respect the person who's always trying to please. They respect the person who stands for something. We live in a world that tells you to be agreeable, to fit in, to not upset anyone. But when you live like that, you start erasing yourself. You trade your authenticity for approval. And that's a bad deal, because approval fades fast. Respect lasts longer, but you can't buy it with fake smiles and constant yes. Let's talk about it. Think about the last time you bit your tongue just to keep the peace. Maybe your coworker dumped extra work on you and you said, "Sure, no problem." Or your friend made a joke that went too far, but you laughed it off anyway. Or maybe you always go along with the group even when you disagree. You tell yourself it's kindness, but deep down you feel something else, resentment. And guess what? They feel it too. The truth is, people can sense when you're being overly accommodating. It doesn't make them like you more. It makes them trust you less. Because if you won't even stand up for yourself, why would they believe you can stand up for anything? Let's break this down. First, being liked is not the same as being respected. You can be the nicest person in the world and still be overlooked, taken for granted, or even disrespected. Why? Because people respect boundaries, not compliance. Think of the friend who always says yes to every favor, every plan, every request. At first it's convenient, but eventually you stop valuing their time because they don't value their own. Now think of the friend who sometimes says no, the one who speaks up when something doesn't sit right. You might not always agree with them, but you respect them because they have a spine, a line, standards. And that's the first lesson. If you want respect, you have to be okay with not being liked. Respect often starts where comfort ends. Second, people test what you tolerate. Human nature works like this. We push boundaries. Sometimes on purpose, sometimes unconsciously. If you never speak up when someone disrespects your time, your opinion, or your energy, you teach them it's okay. You set the rules by what you allow. Imagine a boss who keeps piling tasks on your desk because you always say yes. Or a friend who keeps canceling plans last minute because you never call them out. You're not just being nice, you're training them. You're showing them that your boundaries are flexible, your needs are negotiable, and your time is disposable. The world takes from people who don't know how to say no. So stop trying to earn respect by being endlessly available. You earn it by showing where your limits are and holding that line, even when it's uncomfortable. Third, niceness without honesty is manipulation. That sounds harsh, but it's true. When you hide your real thoughts just to be liked, you're not being kind. You're being deceptive. You're pretending to agree, pretending to be okay, pretending to care about what others think more than what you truly believe. People can sense that. They may not know what's off, but something feels fake. That's why the too nice person often gets ignored. They come off as insincere, even if they mean well. The cure? Brutal honesty. Not rudeness, not aggression, just the courage to say what's real. Like, hey, I actually disagree. Or, I'm not okay with that. Or even, I don't have time for that right now. The moment you start speaking honestly, some people will pull away. Let them. Because the ones who stay, the ones who can handle the real you, those are the ones who will respect you the most. Fourth, your self-respect sets the tone for how others treat you. If you constantly apologize for existing, if you shrink your opinions to fit in, if you tolerate disrespect because you're afraid of losing people, you're sending a message. You're telling the world, I'm not worth much. But when you respect yourself, your time, your energy, your values, others have no choice but to do the same. It's not about ego, it's about energy. People feel when someone carries themselves with quiet confidence, when someone doesn't beg for approval, when someone could walk away rather than betray themselves to stay liked. And here's the paradox. The moment you stop trying to be liked, people start liking you more. Because confidence is magnetic. Authenticity is attractive. You stop chasing approval, and suddenly you become the kind of person who doesn't need to. You become grounded, and grounded people are rare. They're calm under pressure. They're clear about what they want. And most importantly, they're respected. Now let's be real, this isn't easy. Saying no feels risky. Setting boundaries feels selfish, but the alternative is worse. The alternative is living your whole life in quiet resentment, wondering why people never treat you the way you deserve. You teach others how to treat you by how you treat yourself. If you put yourself last, don't be surprised when others do too. If you never speak up, don't be shocked when no one listens. If you avoid conflict to keep the peace, you'll end up losing both the peace and yourself. Here's what's crazy. People may like the version of you that always agrees, but they'll never respect it. Respect doesn't come from comfort. It comes from courage. From the moments when you decide, no more pretending, no more pleasing. This is who I am. That's when everything changes. You'll notice some people distance themselves, and that's fine. They were only there for your compliance. But others will start looking at you differently. They'll listen when you speak. They'll take your words seriously, because you finally take yourself seriously. And that's the real shift, from seeking validation to commanding respect. So here's your takeaway. Stop chasing likes in real life. Stop molding yourself to fit everyone else's comfort zone. Start valuing your own opinions. Start protecting your time. Start being honest even when it shakes things up. You don't need everyone to like you. You need a few people to respect you. And the only way to earn that is by respecting yourself first. People will test you. They'll question you. Some might even dislike you. But the right ones, the ones who matter, will see your strength and admire it. Because respect isn't given to the person who says yes to everything. It's given to the one who knows when to say no. If this hit you, take a second and think, where in your life are you trading respect for approval? And more importantly, are you ready to stop? If you are, hit that like button. Drop a comment telling me one boundary you're going to set this week. And if you want more videos that help you take your power back, make sure to subscribe. Because the moment you stop chasing approval, you start earning respect, and that's when everything changes.